Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. We're trying to recycle everything, but everything's starting to slow down here a little bit. This big mining drill has nothing left to mine. Sad times for a mining drill. And that means the stacks of things are getting less stacked. So we're getting more and more of the lower belt coming in here. It's coming in as much as it can, but will it be enough? This is going to be getting this train taken off the belt more quickly here. All these inserters doing their best. We'll see how that progresses. I think the real solution here could be more locations all making stuff for us. That's going to require some different ideas. We could have more trains out and doing stuff. We could just run around collecting things. Depends how much scrap we can scrape together here. Ultimately, in the current situation that we're in, we really just need more of the ore in order to keep on making more of the solution and the plates and everything else. Everything else seems to be mostly going. Also, this copper is almost backed up. It's also probably fine. And then this loops around here. Maybe a problem eventually? Probably not. Also almost full of plastic. Steel box is fine. Just gonna keep an eye on things here. We definitely could still be making more supercapacitors. They're being limited by the aluminium plates. Not too surprising there. Of course, our current setup really can't support too many more of anything. We have to up the numbers. Well, that all assumes that we get more of the ore coming in. Up to 3,800 of like the 13,000 of the size that we wanted to eventually have. Also, eventually, oh, something's out of ammo. Out of ammo on... Oh, we've got some space problems that need to be addressed. What are you doing? Launch rocks. Make space. Get more ore going. There's no iron, because there's no ingredients, because the outputs are full, because the inserters can't put more rocks on the belt. Alright. And there's not too much ice rocks in here. Okay, we're just completely out of ammo. That's not ideal. That's not what we want right now. Okay. So it's gonna be launching rocks for a little. There's an ice rocket launched. I don't have you requesting to launch ice rocks, do I? Whitelist. Whitelist. Nope, this one is going. You can stop. We don't have enough ice rocks in here anyways. So we're removing some of the rocks. And eventually, we'll remove enough rocks for other things. That does mean that we're currently getting rocks put onto the belt. Somewhere. Coming through here, it's mixing it around. Somebody should be emptying out of rocks. You're out of rocks. So it's still trying to put more rocks on. There goes some iron. Okay. Getting some iron. Let's get it over to the assemblers here to make the fire magazines. Those are getting put on, put places. These other ones here still have some ammo, so that's okay for now. It's definitely a problem that needs to be fixed here, though. Okay. It is at full tilt. Yep. And not using any of the iron to make any more science right now either, so that's good. This one's also going. Really only produces so much iron here. Yeah, we went through the entire belt of ammo. This one's out of ammo here too now, so it's gonna keep going around filling up these ones first. I'll be okay. Also do technically have the more advanced asteroid processing business that we can do stuff with, but that's a problem for another time here. More ammo. Getting put in places. Just has to deal with a few rocks that move around here. Could we put a recycler up here, perhaps? Recycle some of the stuff? What are the requirements on that? Crafted there, so that's fine. Might be able to put that up here. Just deal with the excess rocks. We got options. Okay. We'll just keep on chucking some rocks out here. We got plenty more of the stony ones than the metallic ones, so that's something. Let that run for a bit here. Get enough space for everything. Meanwhile, we're looking in here. This is almost full of the low-density structures and rocket fuels. So once that fills up and then these back up, there'll be more that I can do with other things. Or something like that. There's portions here where it gets a little bit fuller on the ore. That's not what I want to press there. We sure are full stuff. Anyways. This is still going. Let me put some scrap here. There's some scrap. Okay, we got too many things on us right now. Let me put them in some boxes. We really don't need ice on us. Or really any solid fuel, really. Or any of these. Or quite so much iron and copper. It is really drying up here. Only 34,000 left. This down here has 14 million. That's pretty good. And it pretty quickly fills it up, so that's at least going. Uses some of the ice. Brings it back to here. And while it's gone, this box has already lost 400. And fills it back up-ish. So as it continues to be enough to saturate this express belt, it's at least something here. It's really the only one's really getting much out here. As long as the boxes don't go wait until it's ready. Of course, there is also still this many stacks of things coming in. And this line down here is not stacks, so yeah. Anyways, I think the idea of setting up in other spots and maybe just bringing back the ore might just be enough. We're getting tons and tons of everything else. Besides, I guess, the low density structures. Those are being used up still. Well, it's kind of stacking up past here now. It's doing its best. So I think if we can set up a area away from area setup, and just either go and collect the ore or just bring it back. Or just bring back plates too would also be a possible option. But with the way everything works here currently, it would have to be pretty much self-sufficient if we had to do with all the power and stuff here. If we process the scrap, we can get the ice and the solid fuel to power the drills and the recyclers. And then maybe just a whole bunch of other recyclers to recycle everything else to not have it be a problem. Either that or a whole bunch of chests, so also an option. I'm just gonna kind of let this continue on here. With how much extra space we've given ourselves, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Any other potential bottlenecks? This one's full, but that's okay. This one's not even close to full. It's perfectly fine. If this even gets bottlenecked, I don't even know if it's a problem for a while. The steel box is not doing anything, so that can probably just be removed a bit. Get some more storage boxes, why not? Does it need to be specifically storage boxes? No, not really. Is what it is, though. Okay. A little more space to work with, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna want many recyclers, processing units, and some concrete. We can grab all of those from right over here. It's not gonna be a problem. Could even make a recycler maker or something. And some gears. We can also get those. Maybe more steel. More concrete. And more gears. We probably just need generally a bunch of everything here. Some more medium poles. That's how you do that. More medium poles would be nice. Give me some sticks. Yeah, I think some sticks. One stick there. Here's the stick maker. Make sticks. Yeah, whatever. And where's some inserters? Okay. So in theory this could work. We're also gonna need some drills, boilers and such. In theory it needs to be self-sufficient. Which does bring some questions into the idea of the smaller islands. They don't really have space for all that, really. This one we could almost get away with. If we wanted to do trains, we'd need to consider where it is currently not deep oil. We could go and research pylons for the deeper oil. It's technically an option. Just head this way. We're also gonna need some lightning rods. Those will be helpful. To not get just blasted. Stone bricks. Okay. Not too many of those. There's also the better lightning rods, which are also an option. Stuff to research. Must have been getting stone bricks from other stuff. Some stone. Huh. How many of these we're gonna need? Depends how large of an area it is, too. The thing is, when we get all this, that's only like 500,000. Ideally, we would grab from the largest ones. They're also on the smallest islands, though. There's less space to make it completely self-sufficient. Some more scrap, basically. That's what we're saying. Whether or not this is a completely viable idea. Okay. Let's start with that. Let's see what we can do here. Current system would still have us ferrying the ore back. Which, I mean, there are worse plans than that, I guess. Alright, This is a whole place. In terms of defense, it's down here. We got all of the rubble and stuff in the way. Almost don't want to worry about even having their defenses here. How much of a mess is this on top of the ore? A little bit. I just wanted to just clean up the whole place here. Okay. We're gonna put it not in the ore to start. Robots. Cleaning up. We can always place our own towers, and also our towers give us electricity, so. All that. All that. All of this. Just avoid anything that's going to give us cliff explosives situations. These, everything on top of my stuff here. So many different stages of dealing with this place. You. So clean up this whole area. We need space for our stuff. And up north here too. Getting full on things. Put them in our boxes. And place our regular stuff here. Got 1,000 things that need picked up. Oh boy. They're doing their best. Can unselect the towers, I guess. At least for right now. How's the things work here? We'll replace them with what we want. What we need to. Okay. We have more reports here. We got the one. Lose up a lot of power charging all these robots. That's also something. Okay. Whether or not this entire process is even particularly worth it. It's definitely an experiment, I suppose. If nothing else. Stand next to the larger chunks of things. You can grab it more quickly. In theory. Depends where they decide to go pick everything up. There are like 600 things left to pick up. I'm gonna be running out of charge here soon. This is even with 2 of our powers here. My goodness. 2 portable fission reactors. Doing their best, I suppose. Okay. In terms of defended area, got this bit here. It's not terrible. Okay. Robot got blasted. Do you have any repair packs? A couple. Okay. Everything. That's only the 200 inside this zone. There's still more. There is still more. We can move around as necessary. Not moving also is better for our power. Because we're not using all the legs to go quickly. Okay. Solar panels. We've got a couple solar panels. That's not super helpful. Construction area 67. Charge response. Output. Okay. Is outputting anything? Besides bearing capacity, shield capacity, solar power, not great. Roboports. Power? I know. Portable fission reactor. What's going on with this? Is something going on with this? I guess that's the first question, actually. Provides power for equipment modules. Yeah. Max output 750 kilowatts. Why are we still at 0? Power up the roboports. No, those are full. Max consumption 2 megawatts. 2 megawatts each. It's just enough to power these. My goodness. This isn't even our running around fast option. This is the roboports one. Now it's gonna go back up. I don't know. It's going ish. Or something. Let's keep picking things up. At some point it'd be potentially quicker for us to just go in. Mine it ourselves. It's got all these different pieces. See any other ruin bits we missed here? Like this one. All this is part of a lightning attractor. That's a bit. That's a bit. All sorts of various small little ruins out here. Place is a mess, honestly. That was a big guy. The robots have stopped. The running has stopped. The running is quicker. I'm not sure. It's going? Question mark? Picking stuff up. Without F being held down. Maybe it's alright. It's working. Interesting that would be. That's something? Not really. That's something. There's all the scrap we're really working with here. We definitely got some power going with all these roboports. I'll do it myself. Well, until y'all run out. Y'all need to charge, I guess. It's fine. They're doing their best. They're doing their best. That, with that. There's this chunk. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Why do we have this just sucking up all the stuff? I wonder if that's a pick things up kind of thing. Maybe it's just pick things up off of belts is the more of a situation. I don't know. It's working. I'm not gonna question it too much. I'm trying to... Let me do Just gotta clean it up here more than anything. It's running out of power. Getting struck by lightning. Having a time out here. I mean, just mining everything. All manner of ruins. That's a ruin there. Suck up all that. One's getting damaged. Huh. Just grab everything. Give us full amount of space for activities. How about start? Ready to go. Okay. That should be most of this. There's a lot of damage happening there. 22 things being damaged. On this side of the wall, huh? It's a slightly different spot. All these guys that attacked. And then robots should be coming eventually to repair everything. That's the dream, at least. Robots. There's a robot. You can repair everything? I appreciate it. I'm gonna charge first. There he goes. He repaired that. You guys repaired those walls. As long as they don't go all the way down, they're pretty much good. Should have an army of bots coming from somewhere. These ones. These guys are coming over here to repair the wall. Love it. And you too. This system is working, which is great. More or less. Anyways, where were we? We're going to see if there's any other ruins and stuff we need to grab off of here. I guess the other question is, are all of these the towers? We don't need to blow up all of those. The towers aren't showing anything. Got one right there. One down there. A couple over that way. Yoink. Yoink. And you. Clean up. Huh? Nothing immediately there. This chunk in the very top. Something over here. This one? Could be it. Yep. Okay. So now, we've got all of this scrap, which in total is 588k there and 39k there. It's at least something. And we need to do everything to get powered. I also need the power for the power. That's also an issue. We'll start with some big mining drills. Just need to get everything out of here. Some description. We need to cover everything but not be good enough. The more things we try to cover, the more space they're gonna take. It's obviously a bit of an issue. One up here. There's definitely gonna be some missing spots here, but that's fine. Well, these ones down here can only grab like 10,000 each. It's almost not even really worth it. Okay. Start with that. Need to cover some more area here. Maybe two at the same time. Cover here. And up here. Over here. The power poles connected together. And here, and here, here. Here ish, and then get all of the salvage down around here. Let's move it all down to here. Reasonable practice. And here. Enough. Okay. And then we have something like this. Does it really need the system it has right here? Potentially. Potentially. We'll just put that here. Needs more fighter chests, I guess. This is what's designed to have, so it's fair. Not connected to any power. It's connected to power. It is not working. We're out of bulk inserters. That's all here, sorta. Roboport, in case you want to get robots doing stuff here. Let's take a whole bunch of power. Take this onto here. What we need to do is replace these guys with our stuff in order to get more power. Remember these guys? Definitely doesn't cover quite the same area, which is another thing to consider. Here. This way. Which leaves a gaping hole in the middle here. Come. Look all these up. All those ones are gonna get hit by lightning. A few more of those. That up. That up. Everyone's at least here. Cover more ground. There we go. Stuff, in theory. There's a whole bunch of scrap. Yes, that's not right. We specifically need this to be recycled first. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. All this is being on this side, and all this is on this side. It's not specifically what we need immediately. How's that? It's gonna be 3 on this side and 5 on this side. It's not perfect. Does it have to be? Let's put on this side, right? We also have this one up here. It's not doing anything yet. A lot of them are not doing anything because of the current situation with the power, but still. I'm getting stuck. Not the best way to do this, but whatever. We're assuming any of this is going to do anything of this, but at all. Okay. Let's head down this way to start. Get like 10 guys doing their best. We're recycling stuff. Recyclers. Here we go. Power poles for everybody. No power for anybody. Up here. Bring this one over to the other side. Just to start. And that, look into here. And we'll start grabbing stuff. Until there's no power. You know, it's a start. Okay. So then, we need to do some stuff with stuff here. We're gonna need boxes for things. Things that we actually need or care about would be the ice, the solid fuel, and the ore, essentially. Do we need any of the other things here? Do we really need any other things here? I don't know. That'll be the ice. I'll make the water. The water will pump into the boilers. Boilers will go right on top of the boxes. Amazing placement. Brilliant stuff. Many things in boxes. Good boxes. Alright. Last boiler here. We got the steam engines, which once this all gets going will eventually be power and stuff. In theory. Got a trickle of power there. Doing some stuff. Huh. And then we just need the solid fuel. Come over this way. We need pipes that hook things together. We need this to actually say to make water from ice, melting ice. We need these to work. We need more medium poles. And we need fast inserters to insert the fuel. Ish. Huh? So that is making some power here. Off and on. Just get in stuff. Just getting put in boxes. Ice is melting. Producing water for the steam. Which is filling. Maybe. Seems to be mostly working. Okay. And the entire goal of this is to make chromium ore. Essentially. So the more we can get all that doing that, the better. Do we specifically care about any of these other things? No? Do we want them all to just be obliterated constantly? Also, not really, but if we think that we want these resources later, that's another question. If we would be able to ship these back, would we? Scrap stacks to 50 and gets produced into just a whole pile of different stuff. But not 100% worth. And also most of these stack to more than that. So I think it's, in theory, more effective to transport the other things back if we really wanted them. Main problem is going to be the gears. Like the concrete and stuff. We have the alert system here. It is going to work. It's all set up correctly. I think one thing we could do is just set the gears, mostly, specifically, to self-destroy themselves. What's the other highest percentage? Concrete, ice. We need that. We're melting the ice, that's kind of fine. If we just destroy the gears, that might be enough. Grab off the gears here. Put those on a belt. Recycle the gears. Somehow. Let's just have that cycle back in here. That's going to make iron. Okay. So we have a box with slightly less iron than we have with gears. In theory. Or we could take additional recyclers down here in some fashion and just get rid of the iron and then take the iron back and put it back in again. This will take gears and get rid of them. Maybe. This one's doing 16 gears per second. This one's doing 2.5 iron per second. How's the stacks doing? There's 100 iron in here still. Might need a few more iron destroyers. It's a thought that counts, though. As long as this keeps going, it's going to keep on destroying it. But the gears are still piling up. Might need a bulk inserter here. Here's some gears. Go nuts. In a literal sense, they are. In total here, though, we're getting stuff. It's making ore. At least some kind of a rate here. Is this sustainable? Eh. Is it worthwhile? Also, we got some ore though, so that's going. And then we'd have to set up a train across here somehow, maybe. Or we can just go back and forth, grabbing some whenever. Not the most effective, all things considered. And more of these are dying here too. Oh boy. You can see how this area is faring with barely any of this scrap going in. It is not, currently. It is not faring. Alright. Here's some more holy ore. I'll keep that going for a bit here. We need to add more of these. Depends how things work. Everything's spinning around. If the current state of things, it's still mostly going. There's still some big stacks coming in. So, is it one slower? We need a slow belt. Fast belt. All right. Actually, having it be fully express would help a little bit here. In theory. And the next question is it getting there yet? Mostly. It's trying its best. It's being slightly limited up here. Only like one stack worth of thing. Oh, it's getting to the end. It's still kind of working. There's a big old pile of stuff. Yeah, it's going. Look how far the gears have gotten. My goodness. And some of the other bits, too. We need some gear destroyers up here. Potentially. It's a longer problem, though. Okay. Down here, this is happening. And we've already got another 34 ore here. How many ore does it take to make a science, basically? That's another question. How well is this doing on holding out while the train's coming back? That's another throughput situation here. Yeah, pretty good. Could probably get that back and forth, but it's getting here now again, so. This might be enough to satiate this current setup. Plus this upper one is getting through all these in here still. That's great. Okay. We got something resembling something here. All that extra ore we brought down is really holding up this line here now. Okay. That's not the worst thing. It's just the production of this is still lacking comparatively. Okay. So I'm seeing here is we could add more chemical plants processing this while we continually run back and forth grabbing extra ore because there's another 60 here already. Not bad. We'll see if that has any knock-on effects to the production of everything else here. If we just need to increase everything here. We're up to 5.3k. Okay. So, more solution is our next solution. Next time. Goodbye.